Good morning and welcome back to Rymermade, or welcome if you're brand new. If you've never been here before, hello, my name is Sophie. I have a small business called Rymermade, if you hadn't guessed, and I sell stickers and colouring books and just lots of stuff that is intended to bring you joy. So today is Tuesday. I didn't film yesterday because my husband is off work sick at the moment. He might have COVID, we haven't actually tested, but he's not feeling good. So yesterday morning I just like rushed all my work in the morning so that I could spend the rest of the day just chilling out with him, because we rarely get time off at the same time. So we were like, let's pretend today is a Sunday. He is actually off again today, but he's still asleep right now. I haven't even seen him yet, and I have an order to pack and I have a call in about an hour with my best friend that I'll talk about in a second. So I thought I'd jump on and just say hello and you can keep me company while I'm working. There is a hair. So first things first, the Christmas in July sale. I know you're all dying to know how it went, and I think you know how it went because it went exactly the same as all of my sales go, in which I got one order and it was my best friend. So I got no orders that weren't like my friend being nice. I mean, she did need things anyway, I'm sure, but yeah, I got no orders from the wider community, as with every sale. Also, my stuff is still in the Lolly and Lane pop-up right now. I have had, I think, 3 payments, and 2 of them were very small, so they total up to about £30. So I think I've made 3 sales. I know a colouring book has sold because the lovely lady who bought one actually tagged me in it, and I'm obsessed with her fashion. So yeah, I was just like, oh my god, this is so cool. Seeing like someone that I don't know having the colouring book was really cool. But yeah, so shopping week is over now, so I'm not expecting a great deal for the rest of the week, but it's fine. What's on the cards for this week though? On the cards, get it? Oh, I also sell greetings cards. This week I have the one order to pack from the sale, and then I have another pop-up this Sunday. You can see me sort of debating whether or not I should do it last week. I did decide to go for it. I realised when editing that I never officially said yes and going for it. So on Sunday this week is changeover day. So I'm coming out of Lolly and Lane and I'm going into 60 Vic. So busy day on Sunday. I will only be in 60 Vic for 1 week, not the 2 weeks that I'm in Lolly and Lane. But yeah, I've ordered in more stock, which does my printer mind. I ordered in more stock, which I think might have been a bad decision, but I had to do it because I didn't know how much would sell at Lolly and Lane, because it was like day 1 of Lolly and Lane when I made the decision. So it is what it is. I did order a lot less of each thing than I previously had. So like colouring books, I only ordered 10 more. Tote bags, I only ordered 10 more. And it is what it is. Hopefully one day they will sell. If not, everyone's getting my stock for Christmas for the rest of the time. We're also going to be making some 3D printed stock to go in there, which we didn't have time to do for Lolly and Lane. So maybe that will help. I don't know. It's going to be worst time to be in a pop-up because it's kind of coming to the end of summer now. It's the week before, a week and a half before schools go back, and also the location, it is in town, but it's sort of, if you don't know Orkney, it's hard to explain, but basically there's like the main street and then it continues into a smaller street and it's down there, and I think most tourists kind of stay around the main street where like the cathedral is and stuff like that. So I don't know, we'll find out. I'm in there with 3 other shops. We haven't worked out like our schedule yet because we do have to man it, whereas with the Lolly and Lane one we don't. So I need to chat to them this week and figure out what's happening. The only thing I'm concerned about right now is that something I ordered, and I haven't actually checked what it is, I think it might be the t-shirts, says that it's not going to arrive until the 4th of August, so it'll be a day after we set up in the shop. But if the t-shirt's going out a day later than everything else, then it's not the end of the world, it's fine. I do need to look into making some QR codes so that people can scan the t-shirts and be able to buy them through the website rather than through the pop-up, just because I didn't want to do like a full range of stock, and that I will also have them already now for any Christmas stalls that I do, which I haven't booked onto any, but I'm going to, just cause I mean I was in two minds, like should I just give up on Christmas stalls and stuff, but now that I've got the colouring book and a few kind of Orkney-ish bits, I want to give it a chance, so we shall see how it goes. Anyway, I am gonna cut a kit and then I will show you through this order that I got and then show you my monthly progress report for my business, because in an hour we will have a call to discuss said progress report. I do have a couple of exciting things as well that have come up over the last few days, but I will talk about them. I will talk about them soon, or I will completely forget and just talk about things I've already told you, because that seems to be what I do on these. Okay, so here is what is in the order that I'm packing. I have this pack of ephemera stickers from the Under the Sea collection. You can't really see them all in there, but they are there. We've got Starla and Baby sheet. We've got the 3-page Under the Sea kit. You can't really see on the camera because it's too close, but those are the pages, including just like the backgroundy page. Then we've got the 2-page Sweet Shop kit, which is what I just printed now. And then we have this art print that I will need to like move the camera. Super trippy pattern on there. I have a fun story about this, I'll tell you in a sec. So I ordered those art prints a while ago, and when I got the order through for one, I was like, I have literally no idea where I put these. So I tidied my office and was looking everywhere I could think, could not find that stock that I bought. Went and looked in the living room, pulled up the coffee table, just thinking like where would I leave things, and I could not find it anywhere. So I was thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna have to order more of this stock. What a terrible business person I am. And then I started to doubt, did I actually buy it? So I went on to the supplier, looked at orders, it only goes back 6 months, so it wasn't on there, and I was like, oh my god. Went through all my emails until I got back to November where I could see I actually did buy them. So with a renewed sense of certainty, I tore my office apart again and I found a stack of them sitting under my box of badge blanks. So thank god they did exist, because I was gonna have to order more and I just thought how bloody typical. But yeah, it's really cool. I like how trippy it is. But I do have these for sale on the website still, and I do actually have them in stock. So if you want a bit of colour and a bit of trippiness in your life, you know where to find them. So I am going to get them packaged up, and then we'll talk about my small business progress report for the month. Something else I did want to talk about actually was that this was my first time selling a t-shirt print on demand. So first of all, first t-shirt sold. But secondly, I just wasn't sure how it was going to go, because obviously Gelato take commission. So when you set up the listing, they tell you, like when you set up the price, it tells you how much of that you'll actually get after you sell the t-shirt. And I talked about this in the past, but I get a different amount per size of t-shirt. You could set it so that every size is a different price so that you get the same profit regardless, but I feel very strongly that you shouldn't pay differently depending on what size you are. So I set the same price for everyone, and it just means that the bigger the t-shirt that sells, the less profit I make, which I also fundamentally disagree with, but it's not something I have any control over. But anyway, I didn't know how it was going to go with them taking commission. Would I get all the money up front and then they charge me like at the end of the month for anything I sold? So I just wanted to sort of share how that went. So essentially, as soon as the order came through, I received a payment notification that I had sent money to Gelato. So it is something to be aware of. I don't have the money in the bank yet. I won't until tomorrow, and I sold this top on Friday or Saturday, so about 5 days later. If it hadn't been a weekend, I would have received the money sooner. But yeah, just to be aware of that, essentially they charge you straight away, and then you then get to keep all of the profit. That, like, how do I explain it? You get so Shopify charges them the full amount of the t-shirt, Gelato straight away takes how much of that full amount that you owe, and then Shopify just sends you that full amount. So you do end up obviously not having the full amount because you're negative that amount, but Shopify just sends you all of this and Gelato takes part of it. I don't know if I've explained that very well. In terms of the actual making of the t-shirt, I was like, am I supposed to do something? So I've been keeping an eye on my orders screen, and at first there is a button that you can manually press that says request fulfillment. So I thought I'm gonna leave it a day and see if I need to, because I googled it and there was kind of conflicting reviews, and it said if it doesn't automatically generate through, then you would press request fulfillment. So I've been watching and I actually didn't have to do anything. The t-shirt still says in production, I think. So it says in production, but it says the estimated, oh, the printing process has started. That was 2 days ago, so they may have finished printing by now. I don't know how quick they are at updating this, but yeah, so it says it's being printed and it says it should be delivered either tomorrow or the next day. So we'll see how accurate that actually is. I will keep you updated. But I just think it's really interesting, and for someone who's never used Gelato before, you might have questions, so I don't know if I've answered them very well, but if you have any questions, let me know. So the next thing I'm going to do this morning is my small business progress report. If you didn't see it last month, basically I made this document for me and my best friend because we both have small businesses, and I just wanted us to have like monthly meetings as if we would if we were colleagues, because it can be quite lonely having a small business and feeling like you're in it on your own. We have our call in half an hour, and I thought I would just go through like what I have written, or at least what the sections are. So section 1 is your self-appraisal, and I ask, did I have any moments that reminded me why I love this shop? What is my shop's purpose? Does my current work reflect that? Is my shop energizing me or draining me right now, and why? What skill would I like to enhance? What tools can I give myself to avoid burnout? And what would make next month a win for me? And this is not necessarily financial. And then there's like a little rating system at the bottom where you rate yourself. The general tone of this is that I'm obsessed with my shop, but nobody else seems to like it, and that is my biggest frustration in life, because I feel like the more in love with my shop I fall, the more everyone just doesn't get it, and I don't know what the disconnect is. So that is my mission in life, is finding out the disconnect. I feel like in terms of my performance, I've rated myself a 4 out of 5. My shop's performance though would be a 1 out of 5. Brain dump, I'm not going to share everything on it, but the next section is use this space to download everything from your brain to the page. Inspiration, I have not put anything because I was thinking I'd use like stickers and stuff and I just haven't. But this page is for like what is inspiring you, pop it below. Could be a form, it could take the form of a list, a collage of pictures, swatches of colours. This page is your oyster. Then we have a social media sweet jar where I drew out a jar, and it says fill the social media sweet jar with ideas so that when inspiration is lacking, you have a selection of sweets to choose from. Last month I made them look like actual sweets in the jar, but this time I just went for a list. The next big thing, this could be a new release, an upcoming event or sale, anything. And then I've got what is it, set an intention, what do you hope will happen, and then the to-do list for actually making that happen. And then the final page is just a calendar, and my calendar is very basic this month because I don't have any, actually I need to mark in Fridays. I don't have any like big releases this month. I have the pop-up shop and I have my 8th anniversary event, which is coming very soon, but I do want to release t-shirts every Friday for the rest of the year. I don't know if you will remember me having talked about that. I have a list of every Friday for the rest of the month. These highlighted ones are when there's like either a sale or a big quarterly release. But yeah, I can tell you the day that you're watching this will be 8th of August, which is my 10th wedding anniversary today as you watch this, if you're watching it on release day. And the theme for that is, oh, it was girly girl, but now I'm gonna do girly girl cowboy because of my wedding. Yeah, I have made a decision. I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget it, because our wedding was like, we still are into country music, but we were very into country music when we got married, and we just had like a big garden barbecue with like all the drinks. We just bought drinks from the off license and filled a paddling pool with ice, and people used to just go get their drinks from the paddling pool, and like it was proper like intentionally redneck, and we absolutely loved it. Yeah, so I'm doing releases every week, so I need to add that to my calendar. But yeah, I really like this progress report, so I'm excited to sit on a call with that. We've also kind of we've got an idea that we are going to talk about, and I'm not going to say anything more. Speaking of ideas and stuff, I had quite a good business day on Saturday. Obviously, no sale, nothing to do with the sale or whatever, but I got approached about doing a logo, and I got approached about doing a collab with someone local who is amazing at art. So I was like, I don't know what I can offer you, because anything I do is going to look terrible in comparison to you, but we are going to meet up tomorrow and have a coffee and just kind of hash out some ideas. So hopefully things in the pipeline. I think I'm gonna make a coffee and yeah, get ready for this call. So I don't know if I will catch up with you again today, because I just want to chill and look after husband. So I'll probably chat to you tomorrow. Hopefully this vlog won't be super short this week, because I do still want to just get on with work and stuff. But yeah, I'll chat to you as soon as I can. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. My husband is still work sick, so we're just gonna have a super chill day. I am gonna do lots of drawing, but I'm gonna show you that tomorrow. And I've got some bits to unbox for the pop-up, so I'll show you that tomorrow as well. I'm no longer going out to meet the person about the collab, just because something came up for her, so that's fine. We're gonna reschedule and probably do it next week. But yeah, lots going on. I will catch up properly tomorrow. I just wanted to check in and say hello, because I doubt I'm going to pick up the camera today, because I don't really like picking up the camera when people are around. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Good morning, it's Thursday morning. We're ignoring the state of this because I wore it to eat and then sleep last night, and I am wearing most of last night's dinner. I'm not feeling my best today, but I'm gonna keep going, do my best to keep going. It's Thursday and I have not finished drawing this week's t-shirts, so yeah, there's that. And then I have some gang sheets and bags and colouring books to open, so I'm just going to do that now just to check that they're okay. So as I said before, I went with fewer this time, so here they are. I think I've gone with 10 designs, so 10 new bags. I have not received a payment from pop-up number 1 since the 26th, and it's the 31st now, so I'm gonna have loads of stock, as I predicted would probably happen. But it is what it is. I'm sure eventually I will be able to sell it. These are just the bags. There's nothing really very special there. They're just plain bags. And then I just want to check the colouring book's okay. It should be fine, because it's literally, I just went into my previous order and reordered. Again, I did less, so I've ordered 15 colouring books. But you just never know with printing. There are so many variables, so I would just like to make sure. Yeah, there she is. Yep, all perfect as always. Can have a little flick. All is looking good. So they're ready for the weekend. Feeling a bit anxious about this weekend. We haven't worked out like the schedule of who's there when and stuff, so that's a bit one of the shops has had to pull out, so the cost is now only being split between 3 of us, so it's now a bigger expense than I had planned for. It was going to be between 4 of us, so essentially I'm picking up a third of that shop owner's share. So yeah, I don't feel positive about it at all. I'm trying this thing and I think it's toxic positivity, but it's kind of working for now, and it's not feeling too toxic right now. If it did, I would stop, but right now I'm trying to, when I'm complaining about something or like feeling angry about it or annoyed or whatever, I'm telling myself like I get to. So instead of I have to, it's I get to. And like this morning with Duolingo, I was getting so frustrated because I'm really bad at like past tense verbs, and I was being like, oh, I keep getting it wrong, I have to keep redoing it. And I'm like, no, I get to keep redoing it so that I get better. I'm getting a chance to practice. So I'm trying to like reframe this in my mind and be like, I get the chance to go and put my stuff in the shop. I get the chance to go and meet some new small business owners, probably some tourists as well. I get the chance to have more stock in so that hopefully eventually it will sell. And I'm just trying to make myself feel better that way. I've very much been trying to apply this to my shop in general, and it's not that I'm failing, because I'm failing, but I keep telling myself it's not that you're failing, it's that you get to find a new way to make it work. I don't know if it's working, but I do feel like it does instantly just make me feel not better, but like less angry about it being wrong, I guess. I don't know. I can see how it could become toxic positivity, but right now it feels okay for me. So I'm gonna keep doing it. Anyway, I get to go and design some fun new t-shirts. So this week I'm designing gaming. So as you're watching this now, it will have been released a week ago. And what's really funny is that I was supposed to release 3 designs a week, but then for gaming I wanted to do so I'm doing point and click adventure games. So if you don't play those, this won't apply at all, but I'm doing Broken Sword and Monkey Island because they're my favourite point and click adventure games and have been since, well, Broken Sword since I was 6, and then Monkey Island I was maybe like 8 or 9, I don't remember exactly. So I was like, well, I can't do 2 of one and 1 of the other, even though Broken Sword is my favourite, I will say. So I was like, I'll do 2 of each, and now I've ended up with so many ideas that I've got 5 of each. So I've got 10 t-shirts, but they are all based on just like quotes from the game or like funny nods to things, so they're not going to take up a huge amount of time. The biggest ones will be the clown and LeChuck if I decided to go with that, but I'm thinking now I might not have. I doubt anyone who watches these videos is into Broken Sword or Monkey Island, but if you are, there's t-shirts available now for sale. And if not, next week, or as you're watching it today, I'm releasing Cowgirl, so go and enjoy that instead. And if you don't like that, then you'll have to wait. I don't want to reveal every single week, but hopefully there will be something for everyone, because that is the point in doing these t-shirts weekly for the rest of the year. So I'm not gonna, normally I'd go like make myself coffee and chill for a bit, but my son had a sleepover last night and they're asleep in the living room. I did sneak into the kitchen just to try and tidy some of the carnage because they baked a cake last night. And got myself breakfast, but if I go into that living room again, honestly I'm just gonna get angry, so I'm not going to until they have woken up and tidied up after themselves. So I'm gonna get on with some drawing. I've also done my finances this morning, which always makes me feel quite anxious, and there's something wrong with the car at the moment, so it's just a lot. Yeah, let's just go get drawing. Good morning and happy Friday. I'm gonna be a bit more present today, luckily. It is the 1st of August, so the first really boring job I have to do on the 1st of every month is I go through and write all my bills that came out on the 1st and then pay myself back from another account. It's just the way that I do it, so that I have like a handle on my money. But because it's the 1st of the month, my competition for the signs over on Instagram and TikTok has ended, so I need to go in and pick a winner. So I'm just waiting for my laptop to finish booting up, and then I will do a little spinny, in fact I'll probably just do a random number generator so that I can pick a winner both on Instagram and on TikTok. And then I need to work out the best way to do it. Like, should I just get them to message me with what they want? Probably that. I did think at first I would just like give them 100% discount on the sign and they could just pick what they wanted, but I might just get them to message me because it'll be easier. So pop-up changeover day is in 2 days and there's tons to do. I haven't pressed any bags yet, and today is 3D print central, so we're doing lots of Orkney themed 3D prints. Let me show you some of them. Obviously not printed yet. Normally I have nothing to do with the 3D printer and it is completely my husband's domain, but he has given me detailed instructions on how to change things over on the plate without causing any damage. So I am like 60% sure that I will manage to do that and not break something that costs hundreds and hundreds of pounds. So printing right now is this. So it says Orkney on the side and then has the standing stones on the top, and basically these are right angled and they're designed to like go on the corner of a door, so I'll show you that once it's done. And then I don't know how many of these we will get time to print. I think we can't print the puffin this time because we realised we don't have orange filament, so that's fine. I really like this one. Let me just put the background on so you can see it. Like an orca. This we're going to experiment with. We're not 100% sure how that will go, but that's the Orkney flag in a heart. And then this I need to redo with colours. Hang on, let me. It was just going to be plain, but we've thought of a way to make it like lots of colours, so I need to do that basically. So let's get ready to pick our winners and then I'm going to contact them and then we can go look at the 3D printer. Okay, so this, I've just put in all the names of people who commented on Instagram and Facebook. Actually there was no comments on Facebook, but they were lumped in together for me. Try to decide if I should do this on my stories or as a reel. I might just do it on my stories. Okay, click to spin. Let's find out who wins my Instagram competition. It's Debs. I'll drop you a message. Okay, I'm not surprised Debs won because I think she entered like 12 times or something. So I'm gonna message her and then I'm gonna do the TikTok one. I'm just writing in the names for the TikTok one, and first of all, almost 50% of them are, in fact more than 50%, probably about 75% are either Debs or Georgina, which is hilarious. So Debs might win a second one. But also, I've had to delete one where they didn't follow me, which is quite clearly in the terms. But also someone's like commented tagging themselves, and I mean I said tag a friend. I guess it's not breaking any rules because you tagged someone, but it's really not in the spirit of the competition when the whole point of it is to like get your name out there and you just tag yourself. Like I hate when people do stuff like that. It's very unsportsmanly in my opinion. But anyway, let's find out who is gonna win. I have messaged Debs already, but it'll be funny if I have to message her a second time. Right, so let's get my camera ready for my TikTok story. Let's find out who wins my competition to win a handmade sign. It's Debs. I'll message. That's hilarious. Okay, so the 3D printing room is actually the cupboard under the stairs and there's no space for my tripod, so you're on a shelf. I have really specific instructions and I'm so scared about how specific they are. Don't put fingers on plate, apart from the very front, very corner. Peel the print off by flexing the plate a little. I'm scared. I managed to do it without taking the plate out, but here is the thing. I'll show you. I'm getting post right now, so the dog's about to bark. I'll show you it on a door in a minute. So yeah, that is it close up. Obviously it needs tidying up all the little lines and stuff, like you can sort of see it on camera there. Nothing grinds my gears more than people who sell 3D printed stuff that isn't tidy. Like they leave all the little bits of plastic sticking out. You can't really see it on camera. There we go. I would show you over the door, but look, my door goes like Hang on. My door goes right up against the wall. There you go, I've put it again above that door. Look how cute that is. I love it. Okay, so that is up on the door right now. And there is another one printing. I've got loads of designs like I said before, but yeah, I'm happy with that one. Then I've also got some other bits that I wanted to show you. So this is very Orkney themed, so it might not mean much to you if you are not either a resident or a tourist of Orkney, but I'm really leaning into the tourism aspect, so that is why. Saying that though, this next one isn't actually for tourists, it is for locals. I mean, tourists might want it, but I feel that my biggest customer of these will be locals, and I also feel that they will sell more at Christmas fairs. But I got 4 t-shirts, one of each for adult and one of each for kids, and we've got Uppie's Bar and then Uppie's Bar Kids, and then we've got Dooney's Bar Kids. So my plan is I'm just going to display these all week on hangers, and I want to have a QR code so that people can just order them directly from the website rather than getting in a load of stock, which would have been incredibly expensive. I mean, just to get these 4 t-shirts was like, I can't remember how much money, but it was a lot of money. The next thing that I got is cups, and you saw me designing them. I've ordered 6 for the pop-up slash might have to take them to a craft fair at Christmas, but again I think these will sell okay. More so maybe at Christmas, I don't know, because I'm thinking tourists don't really take cups back with them, like that's a breakable thing. So I don't know. First of all, we're crossing our fingers that none of these have actually broken. So yeah, like I said, we've got 6 of each, and they come in these boxes. It's really good actually that they were like that. And I'm gonna check them all individually, but that's really cool. Oh, that was just condensation. That scared me for a second there. So yeah, that is the cup, and it goes perfectly with Orkney Magic colouring book front cover, so you can have a little cup of tea and colour in. So I'm gonna open these all up and just double check that they're okay. Yep, so they're all perfect. They're incredibly difficult to get back into these boxes. There's definitely a knack. I just worry about like forcing them and breaking them. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's a knack. So that's cool. I'm gonna take a picture for social media, and then I'm gonna package these back up. Maybe I'll keep one for myself. I really shouldn't, because I have so many cups that they don't even fit on the hanger anymore. They're just out on the side. But also I really want to, so. It is Sunday morning and we are off to pick up stuff from the pop-up in Stromness. It is pop-up changeover day, so pick up from Stromness, come home and get more stuff, and then